Chair, and I'm pleased to stand to take this 5-minute call on the Māori development area of this theme. But before I do that, Mr Chair, I just want to make a few comments about a previous speaker, and it does sadden me and kind of makes me really angry that people can stand in this House in the opposition benches and have a go at our outstanding Minister for Māori Development, of the great work that he has been doing. Listen, that he has been doing. He has taken on the challenges and he is coping very well with the work that he is doing. I want to support Te Puni Kōkiri and the restructure there. This is a senior executive manager who knows what she is doing. She is doing a marvellous job there, and I do take umbrage at the fact that people can stand in this House and have a crack at her over the good work that she is doing. It is not easy. It is not easy, the work that she does when you are restructuring a ministry as complex as Te Puni Kōkiri, but I believe that the work that she is doing is going to be of great value to Te Puni Kōkiri in the future. My next kōrero, Mr Chair, is about whānau ora, because I worked in whānau ora. I helped in the development of that on the ground, Mr Chair, and I've seen the whānau, I've talked with the whānau, I've interviewed the whānau that whānau ora has helped. And when whānau ora first came about, yes, it was a new concept, but many people on the opposition thought that it should just start off like it had been going for many, many years. It takes time for good things to mature, and whānau ora is one of those programs. It will take time, and it is developing the goods. You just need to talk to some of the whānau that it has helped over the 4 to 5 years that it has been operating. Mr Chair, we talk a little bit, I also heard in the House about home ownership and Māori home ownership. The Minister for Māori Development has done the most amazing thing, which has never been done in this in any government before, but it has been in coalition with the national government, is the being able to build houses on Māori land. In the past, that was never able to be done. And Mr Chair, they are able to actually access loans to do that, Mr Chair. And I'm very proud of what he has done. So when we start to look at other areas within the Māori development portfolio under Vote Māori Development, we're looking at the Healthy Families New Zealand. This is a project that Jonathan Coleman launched in the East Cape just recently in April, and that was the Healthy Families East Cape project, which belonged to the lead, which is part of the lead provider to Whare Hauora o Te Aitangi Hauiti, and they established a whānau ora collective called Horauta Whanaunga Collective. A collective that comprises 17 providers and 9 iwi groups. A collective that has come together to address health issues at a local level, because really at the end of the day, that's where we are the most effective, is helping our own, working with our own, and coming up with the decisions and the outcomes at a local level, Mr Chair. So when I look at Māori health, I see that over 50% of Māori are now enrolled in these low-cost access PHOs. I was there at the start of all of that time when PHOs were being developed, and at one stage we thought that Māori were going to miss out on that. But low-cost Māori PHOs came about, and so we have 350,000 Māori enrolled in them, paying $18, up to $18 for a GP visit, which is great for Māori whānau, as well as the new announcement on the 1st of July, free GP visits for under 13. And that has never been done in the history of this Parliament, and it was the national-led government that pulled all of that together. Education is, as I've said many times, is freedom. It is freedom to make choices. And the tertiary education area for Trades Academy is one area that Māori have shone in. I just want to talk a little bit about the Ngāi Tahu He Tuki Ki Te Rika. That is a pre-trade training that was developed post-earthquake in 2011, and it has over 800 students enrolled in this. And recently, the Prime Minister in April, the Prime Minister was hosted by Ngāi Tahu, where he launched the He Tuki Ki Te Mahi apprenticeship training program, and that has 10 to 15 apprentices, or apprentice carpenters. This is great news for Māori, this is great news for iwi, because this sets the benchmark for the power that iwi can can have within the tertiary sector, Mr. Chair. I'm very proud to stand here and speak on Vote Māori development. I am a Māori. I support all Māori things. It doesn't matter what colour of the politics. I support Māori achieving, and everybody in this House should be looking at that in every which way we can help. Kia ora.